In this video, I want to talk about why it is very important to have multiple sources of income while trying to get through a crisis such as this virus or even the recession that may potentially happen. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around. What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that you have shown this channel. If you have not yet, make sure to go check out the God Made podcast. Also, feel free to go check out the academy that I've created in order to help you start your residential assisted living home. And also feel free to join the Facebook group that I've created. It's called Legion Assisted Living Academy. I will link all these down below for you all, so feel free to go check them all out. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video. Now, creating multiple sources of income does not come easy. This is something that's taken me a lot of time to actually work up to and actually develop. And for instance, I have up to 4 sources of income as of right now, actually 5, and those have all taken time to build up, and they weren't all easy. My first source of income and my main source of income, as many of you know, is my care home, and that was the first source of income that I started out with. When I moved out here to Arizona, I really worked on getting that going and getting that started. And then from that actually came the channel. And then the channel actually does ad revenue and then also sponsorships or even Amazon affiliate links. And so from the care home to the channel, that's 2 sources of income, including also the affiliate links, all that. It kind of makes it a third source of income. And then from there, I then ended up creating the academy that you guys all know of. And I'm so grateful to be able to mentor so many people. That ended up being my 4th source of income. And then my 5th source of income is actually the vacation rental business or the short-term rental business where I manage 2 listings as of right now. And then also that's just been something that I've been working on, right? And that all kind of came with time, and it didn't just all happen overnight. I've been here just over 2 years, about 2.5 years now, and it's taken time to build all of this up, but I didn't ever just settle for one source of income. I always tried to diversify it. And so I'm going to use a couple examples of how having multiple sources of income have actually helped me for when a certain business didn't go well and another one did go well. For instance, a couple months ago, my care home just ended up taking a real bad hit. Some things happened here, and I had to carry and keep this business afloat through my other businesses. It's what was really the lifeline of my care home, was these other businesses that I had. And fortunately for me, if I would not have been blessed, and I give God all the glory because He's blessed me with all these different ventures that I've gotten into, I would not have been able to keep my care home afloat. And that's where a lot of care homeowners actually fail, is for when a month or 2 goes really bad, they don't have enough reserves, or they don't have other source of income coming in, so they're not able to keep their business afloat and end up failing and having to shut down. And so that's just one example that I have. Right now with the virus, what I'm noticing is my vacation rental business, yes, I have 5 months of reserves in the bank account, but I don't know how long this virus is going to be. And having those reserves put aside, it may take longer than 5 months for this thing to bounce back. If not, I'm going to do everything I can to try to keep revenue coming through all these different platforms and just renting out my home to at least break even. That way I won't come out of pocket for expenses or dip into my reserves. So with that, it is very important to have these different sources of income because you may never know what might go wrong. And then also having other sources of income that are just reoccurring is a great way, whether that's an earned income, right, from a job. If you're working a job, don't ever quit a job until you at least have another source of income or 2 sources of income to kind of keep you going when things get hard. And it's really hard for entrepreneurs nowadays because they want this overnight success, and it's not going to happen. And so right now with this virus, a lot of people have lost their earned income. They've lost their jobs, unfortunately, and I'm praying for you all out there who are struggling right now. I'm really praying, and I know that God will get you through this. but maybe it's a wake-up call for a lot of people who have just been depending on one paycheck and depending and living paycheck to paycheck. And I know everybody's circumstances are completely different. I'm not trying to put down anybody, but I think it's just time for people to realize that they can't just depend on a source of income, because it will end up catching up with you, and you may never know if you get hurt or get injured or even go through a crisis like this where people just get laid off unexpectedly. And so that's the whole point of this, is to just let you know that no matter what you do, you got to always keep one foot in front of the other and always kind of look ahead, and see what's out there and be willing to take those risks that nobody else is willing to take at the time, because life may be going the way that they want it to be going. That we've been in a bull market for a long time, and people just thought the economy has been just so great and that it's not going to eventually collapse. Unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. The economy's falling apart. We're going to go into recession, and here we are now. So everyone who was complacent and comfortable during the bull market and sticking to one job, I really hope for those people who have been doing that, put their investments somewhere, and it's now paying off for them. For other people, they were just probably thinking that it wasn't ever going to end, well, at least the bull market. And for those people, they just spent their money on everything. They bought stuff that were liabilities, things that weren't producing any type of income, and just have been doing that. And now they're starting to realize, oh, well, I only have X amount of reserves in my bank account, 6, 5, 7 months, whatever it may be. And they're just, trying to get something going right now. But one thing I do have to say, though, this is going to allow people to become very creative, which is really good, because creativity there's a saying out there that recessions have created the most millionaires. Why? Because people become desperate and they become creative, and they know they need to figure something out in order to survive the recession. And so with that being said, I think this is a really great opportunity for people to step back, reflect on their decisions, and really see where they want to go moving forward and how they want to go about doing that. And I think another thing that people will start realizing right now is that maybe working for someone else really isn't the ideal situation. The way society always teaches us is that we should, finish high school, go to college, and work for somebody, or work for a corporation or a company. And for people out there that are doing that, great. If that's for you, I applaud you all. But maybe there's people out there realizing, oh, wow, like my employer just let me off and really didn't even care about me. I was just kind of just an empty body there at the job and at the company. And with that, though, just look at it as a blessing in disguise. Everything that's happening right now, be opportunist, be optimistic about it all, and look at the opportunities that it may present. And don't be too worried. The economy will always bounce back. History has shown us time and time again that we've always bounced back. No bear market is ever the same, but every bull market will come. They may not last the same as each bull market, but for the most part, the economy's always come back. And so I don't know. We'll kind of have to see how this whole thing with the virus plays out. But the whole thing is that creating multiple streams of income, no matter where you're at or what you're doing or what industry you get into, it's always going to be saturated, some shape or form. It's always going to be saturated, and putting your own twist to it and putting your own touch to it is really going to make the difference, and really going to help you get creative. So, if you're too worried about starting any online businesses and you think that there's already so many people doing it, don't be afraid to go online and do that. Don't just put your own twist to it and have fun with it, and make sure that you're passionate about it and that you really enjoy it. Another thing I would say, though, always be open-minded to other opportunities that are out there. Don't be so closed-minded. With the hospitality business right now, does it hurt that we're getting impacted so hard and nobody is booking, and it's really hard to get people to book, and you're having to drop your prices 30 to 50% lower than what you normally would? Yeah, but that's the cost of doing business. And that's just what you have to do in order to stay alive in the hospitality businesses right now. Hotels are completely shutting down right now, which is, if you're in the hotel business, that's a whole different story, and a whole different thing to handle right now. And if you're in the airline business, obviously, you guys all see what's going on with that. So, every business is being affected by this, not just those big ones, not the big box hotel companies or airlines. Small businesses are being affected all over the place too, like gyms, restaurants. Restaurants, though, my parents own a restaurant, and they're saying the dining in, yeah, cuts into their profits, but they're still making money just because people are allowed to come through the drive-through, and they do have that delivery and drive-through option for people. So the restaurants, I wouldn't say they're being affected as bad, but they still are, because they're having to shut down the dining area for people. And just keep in mind, though, always be willing to look for other opportunities and not just settle on one thing, and always just be creative about what you're wanting to do moving forward. And hopefully this helps you guys to keep an open mind to having multiple sources of income and having multiple businesses, and being open-minded to that, because that's what's going to help you weather through crisis like this and recessions, and hopefully create a better life for you. And just remember, like, for me personally, I always just want to put God first, no matter what I start off doing. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you guys found this video informative, inspiring, motivational, make sure to hit that like button for me. Also, feel free to subscribe. Go check out the God Made podcast. Go watch all these other videos, and check out the Academy down below if you have it. And until next time, God bless.